Oh, how's it going, everybody? We're back for another edition of All In, where I pick a rock artist, I listen to their entire discography, and give my thoughts on it. And the rules go kind of like this. The band in question must have 5 or more original studio albums. Cover albums can count. Generally, I don't talk about live or acoustic albums unless the tracks are original to the form. So there you go. So, this week, in this video, we're going to talk about Queens of the Stone Age. That's right. These guys right here. And how did I first discover Queens of the Stone Age? I wouldn't say I was like the biggest fan of them, but the first time I ever heard them was when I saw them live at Ozfest 2000, which was my one and only concert experience with them as well. But yeah, they were on main stage. Never heard of these guys, and you know, after I saw them live, then I started hearing some of their songs on the radio, and you know, bought a couple of their albums. But yeah, getting into it here. So they have 8 original studio albums, ranging from their self-titled album in 1998, their debut, all the way to 2 years ago in 2023, in Times New Roman, ... it says at the end. So yeah, let's get into it here. So, starting off in 1998 with their self-titled album. Now, this is kind of an odd one because it started off more as like an LP record, and then they later on they added like 3 or 4 additional tracks into it, and just called it the whole album. But I didn't discover this one until recently. So what we have, starting off, we have their song Regular John, real good tune. We got Avon, If Only, Walking on the Sidewalks, You Would Know, How to Handle a Rope, Mexicola, Hispanic Impressions, You Can't Quit Me Baby, Give the Mule What He Wants, and I Was a Teenage Hand Model. Kind of a weird title. So then we have their sophomore album, and this is the album that they were promoting at Ozfest when I saw them. We have Rated R, which if you get, like, say, the bonus track edition, you also get, it's called Rated X. So basically, Rated X is this album in a red cover with bonus tracks. But yeah, like I said, I purchased this one shortly after I saw them at Ozfest, because I love that song, The Lost Art of Keeping a Secret. I remember hearing them play that live. Also, Feel Good Hit of the Summer. That was another good one they played live at that show. So just based on them 2 songs alone, I bought this album. So we start off with the Feel Good Hit of the Summer, The Lost Art of Keeping a Secret, Leg of Lamb, Autopilot, which is sort of like a mellow, sort of trippy song, Better Living Through Chemistry, Monsters of the Pastoral, Quick and to the Pointless, In the Fade, Tension Head, Lightning Song, and we end it with I Think I Lost My Headache. And if we move on to the Rated R edition, what is it? You got Ode to Clarissa. We have Never Say Never, which is a Romeo Void cover. We have You're So Vague. We have Who'll Be Next in Line, which was the Kinks. And then we end the bonus cuts there with Born to Hula. And yeah, this is definitely way better than the first album for sure. So, a couple good catchy tunes here and there with it. But, moving on, that was in 2000. We have 2002's Song for the Deaf, right here. And this is where I think they were peak right here, I believe. So, here we have, You Think I Ain't Worth a Dollar, but I Feel Like a Millionaire. We have, I would say, arguably the most popular song, No One Knows. That one was played everywhere in rock radio, maybe a little too much. We got First It Giveth, Song for the Dead, The Sky Is Fallen, 6-Shooter, Hanging Tree, Go With the Flow, which I think was real good, Gonna Leave You, Do It Again, God Is in the Radio, Another Love Song, which I like, Song for the Deaf, and they end it with Mosquito Song, which it says here hidden track, but it's not really hidden if they tell you it's there. That's kind of contradicting, isn't it? So then we leave 2002 Song for the Deaf. I don't have this one on physical, but we have Lullabies to Paralyze. And here we start off with this lullaby. We have Medication. Everybody Knows That You're Insane. Tangled Up in Plaid. Burn the Witch. In My Head. And I think the best song from this album, Little Sister. Love that song. I Never Come. Someone in the Wolf. The Blood Is Love. Skin on Skin. Breaking Box. You got a killer scene there, man. And we end it with Long Slow Goodbye. Which is sort of like a, I wouldn't say like a ballad, but sort of a real slow song. So then, we draw the 2000s era to a close with Era Vulgaris, which, yes, I did actually purchase this one. And I remember, this one actually got a lot more exposure over on Sirius. So here we have Turn on the Screw, we got the song Sick Sick Sick. We have I'm Designer, Into the Hollow, Misfit Love, Battery Acid, Make It With You, the song Threes and Sevens, which I think that's the highlight song here, the breakout song. Sutter Up Your Future, River in the Road, and Run Pig Run. And then there was a bonus cut that I kept hearing on Sirius. It's not on this. I was kind of disappointed it wasn't. And it would be, I would call it the title track, Era Vulgaris. Very awesome tune. Wish it was on this. But what do you do? And then, of course, you get a couple other bonus tracks. Like you have the song Needles in a Camel's Eye. And then they did a cover of White Wedding by Billy Idol. Sort of an interesting take on that song. But, yeah, not a bad album here. So then, we get a little bit of a break from albums. And in 2013, they come out with the song Like Clockwork. And I do remember hearing My God Is a Sun on regular radio. So, even into the 2010s, they were getting some exposure on regular radio. And this is where they start to really keep their albums short and sweet. So we only have 10 tracks here at 45 minutes. We have Keep Your Eyes Peeled, I Sat by the Ocean, The Vampire of Time and Memory, If I Had a Tale, My God Is the Sun, which, like I said, I would say is a breakout song to this, Caliposia, Fair Weather Friends, Smooth Sailing, I Appear Missing, and we end it with the title track, Like Clockwork. And then, moving on, 2017, 4 years later, we get the album Villains. And at this point, I don't remember really hearing them on any sort of like a mainstream format. Just more so like word of mouth and streaming and whatnot. So here we have Feet Don't Fail Me, The Way You Used to Do, and I do like that song. Great tune. Domesticated Animals, Fortress, Head Like a Haunted House, Unreborn Again, Hideaway, The Evil Has Landed, and Villains of Circumstance. The title track, of course. Or, I would sort of consider that the title track a little bit. But, yeah, all in all, not too bad. So then, we get another break from the studio, and then, of course, the lead singer, he goes off and does an album with, like completely different members, and they call it Them Crooked Vultures, which I did talk about them in the one-off video. Just that one-off album supergroup. And, of course, Queens of the Stone Age, they return, they get back together, and in 2023, 2 years ago, we get In Time's New Roman. So again, keeping it short and sweet, we have Obscenary, Paper Machete, Negative Space, Time and Place, Made to Parade, Kimmerfoyer, what the people say, or people say, I guess that's how you read it. Sickly, emotion sickness in straight jacket fitting. And I think I like this one the best out of the later era, if I had to pick. And I gotta give a shout out to a one-off they did, the song Infinity. They did it for the Heavy Metal 2000 soundtrack, just before Rated R got released. So yeah, we'll go ahead and rank the albums. Well, we're going to split it off in eras here first. So, yeah, like I said, 8 total albums right here. And I guess what we're going to do is the first 5... Yeah, the first 5, which range from 98 to 2007, within their first 10 years of discography, we're going to put that as an era. And then anything they did from like Clockwork to now, so basically like from 2013 to now, we're going to do as an era. So, yeah, we'll just say 2000s era for the first one. And my favorite album over there, and I'm maybe for nostalgic purposes, Rated R. And Era Vulgaris, a very close second on that one. My least favorite of that era, and no real fault of the band, but maybe it's just the fact that they were sort of, they were sort of beginning. But I didn't care much for the Queens of the Stone Age self-titled album. Maybe it's one of them deals where I got to give it another chance or two to kind of grow onto it. But other than the first song, not really anything stuck out from it. So that's what I think about 2000s era Queens of the Stone Age. So 2010s to now, I'm going to say In Times of the New Roman. I did actually like that one. That'd be my favorite. And then Villains being possibly my least favorite from that era. So, but no, I didn't really hate any of them. But yeah, so yeah, this is one of the few bands that I never heard of until I saw them live. If it would be them. Another band I saw live before ever hearing about them was Otherwise. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review featuring Queens of the Stone Age and the full discography. So, next video, we're going to have another band who started off sort of in this era and is still around today also. But doesn't sound anything like Queens of the Stone Age. Find out who it is next. Oh, a little hint. The lead singer is always in trouble with the law. We'll see you later.